Students, we are now in part 10 session. In part 10 session, we are going to continue the same chapter number 1 numbers. In that exercise 1.4, we are going to start in this session. In exercise 1.4 is fully based on the square numbers. So, in this session, we are going to learn about what is square number, what is square root, everything we are going to learn. First, we'll see what is a square number. Square number means you itself will know. Okay, what is the square of 1? Square of 1 is what? 1. What is the square of 2? 2 into 2 is what? 4. What is the square of 3? 3 into 3 is 9. So, what is the square of 4? 4 fours are 16. Students, in 8th standard, you have to know compulsorily 1 to 30 square numbers in the, you have to get thorough with that. Clear? Here I have written only 1 to 20 square numbers, but you have to thorough with 1 to 30 square numbers. Clear? If I say what is the square of 11, immediately what you have to say? 121. Clear? If I say what is the square of 15, you have to say immediately 225. Clear? 15 square is what? 15 into 15. So 15 into 15, if you multiply, we will get 225. Clear? So always we cannot able to multiply and see. So you have to check, you have to bypass. Okay, you have to buy out 1 to 30 square numbers. Clear? 1 square is 1. So, till you know, I think you all know up to 12 square in 7th standard itself. Now, we will have to thorough it from 13 to 30 square numbers. Everyone has to get thorough with that. Clear? 13 square means what? 169. 14 square means 196. 15 square means 225. 16 square means 256. 17 square means 289. 18 means 324. 19 square is 361. 20 square is 400. These are the square numbers in between 1 to 20. Clear, students? What they are saying is square natural number n is called a square number if we can find another natural number m such that n equal to m square. Clear? So, for example, I am telling 6. Okay, consider this n is the 6. So, what answer you are getting for the 6? What is the square? 36. That only they are saying for another natural number m. Okay, the 6 is the n and 36 is the m. Clear, students, all of you, what is square number? Next, we are going to see about square root. Okay, if squaring as an inverse operation, namely finding the square root. Students, if you see for addition, what is the inverse operation? Subtraction. Likewise, for square numbers, we are having the inverse operation, namely that is we are saying it as square root. Okay, square root means we are denoting by like this symbol. Okay, you have to draw and you have to come straightly. Otherwise, you can write n whole power 1 by 2 also you can write. The square root of a number n written as square root of n. Okay, or n whole power 1 by 2 also you can write. Clear? Square root means what? Means square root of 1 is 1. How we are saying square root of 1 is 1? Because 1 square is what? 1 into 1 is 1. Similarly, what is the square root of 4? If I say immediately what you have to say? 2. Because 2 square is what? 2 into 2 is 4. Here, what is the square root of 9? 3. 3 square is what? 3 into 3 is 9. What is the square root of 121? 11. Clear? See the tabular column where we are having 121. So, that is the square root of 11 is 120. If you see the tabular column, square root of 11 is 121 is we are having it as 11. So, 11 square equal to 11 into 11 equal to 121. Clear? Now I am going to ask you one question. What is the square root of 361? If I ask what number will you say? In the next class, before starting, I will ask you what is the square number of root 36, 1, everything you have to by God. What is the square root of 361? The answer is 19 because 19 into 19 if you multiply, we will get 361. Clear, students, all of you, what is square root? Students, we are going in this exercise 1.4, we will be solving square root by two ways. The one way is prime factorization, The another way is long division method. Prime factorization, I think you have learned from the 6th standard. 6th standard and 7th standard, you have learned the prime factorization method. Now, newly we are going to learn about long division method. Here, anyhow, we are going to do by both the method only. Clear? Next, square root of product and quotient of number. Product means what? Multiply. Quotient means what? Divide. So if they are giving the square root in the product means, which is square root of a into b. So instead of that a into b, I will give you an example. Now a here, now instead of a into b, what number I can give? I will give you 4 into 9. Okay, you instead of a will take it as 4, instead of b will take it as 9. So 4 into 9, how can we split? Means equal to square root of 4 into square root of 9. Separately we can write that only square root of a b equal to square root of a into square root of b we can separately write. Next, in divide quotient form, how can we write? Square root of a by b means square root of a separately divided by square root of b, where b is not equal to 0. Clear, students, all of you? Now shall we enter into the exercise 1.4? Yes. Student, we are starting the exercise 1.4. The first question is fill in the blanks. See the question, fill in the blanks. We are going to see now the ones digit in the square of 77 is dash. What they are asking? Ones digit in the square of 77 is dash they were asking. Which means 77 square means 77 square I have written. 77 square means 77 into 77. Okay, for this 77 ones digit is what? This 7. So for this 77 ones digit is what? This 7. So what if you multiply this both the ones digit? 7 into 7 is 49. So what we are getting in the ones digit? 9. So when you are multiplying 77 into 77, in the ones place we will get the 9. Clear? Students, don't think that 77 into 77 is 49. 77 into 77 is, you will get 5929, which is 5929 you will get when you are multiplying 77 into 77. But they were asking about ones digit only. So this ones digit and this ones digit if you are multiplying, in that answer which is the ones digit, that is our answer. Clear? The number of non-square numbers between 24 square and 25 square. Non-square number means what? Other than the square number, the remaining numbers are non-square numbers. Can you tell me 25 is a square number or non-square number? Very good. 25 is a square number because 5 5s are 25. Can you tell me 28 is a square number? No, because 28 is not a square number. Clear? So like that they are asking how many non-square numbers in between 24 square and 25 square we have to find. First you have to see which is the bigger number. This is the bigger number. 25 square. 25 square means what? 25 into 25. So 25 into 25 is what? 625. Similarly, next is what? 24 square. 24 square means what? 24 into 24. So what is that? 24 into 24? 576. Okay, they were asking in between this 24 square and 25 square. So we have to subtract both the answer. So there what we are getting? 48. There are 48 numbers in between 24 square and 25 square non-square numbers. Clear? So the what answer when we are subtracting we are getting? That is the answer. 48 is the answer. Now we'll see the third subdivision. The number of perfect square number between 300 and 500. In the third subdivision they were asking a perfect square numbers between 300 and 500 they were asking. Perfect square number means what? 25, 36, 81, 121, 144 are perfect square number because 25 is what square number? 5. So 36 is what square number? 6. 49 is what square number? 7. So these numbers are perfect square number, but they are asking in between 300 and 500. Okay, as I told you already in the introduction itself, you have to by what 1 to 30 square number. Only then you can solve this type of 1 mark very easily. Okay, now see, if you see from 17 square only we are starting 289. Before that the less value. Okay, but they are asking to start from 300. So you should not take 17 because they will have to start from 300. So when you will get more than 300 means from 18 square only you will get more than 300. 18 square, 19 square, 20 square, 21 square, 22 square, 23 square. 23 square, if you notice, 529. It is going exceed because the 300 to 500 only we have to know. Isn't it? Now 17 square is 289. Okay. Now 18 square, from 18 square to 22 square, how many numbers are there in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 perfect square numbers between 300 and 500. Clear? Because 18 square is what answer you will get means 18 square you will get 324. So we have to start from 300 only now. So 300 means it will come correctly. 324 to 484. So in between 324 to 484, how many perfect square numbers we are having? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only the answer is 5. Clear? Now for fourth subdivision, if a number has 5 or 6 digit in it, then its square root will be a dash digit. Okay, the number has 5 or 6 digit. 5 or 6 digit means, for example, I am telling this number is 592968 like the 6 digit or more than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this number is a 6 digit number, what is the square root of this number? If we are asking means 6 digit means in that 6 off will be what? 3. So 3 digit number you will be getting. Clear? Next, the value of square root of 180 lies between integers dash and dash. Okay, square root of 180 lies between dash and dash means in between 13 and 14. Why means in between 13 and 14 means 13 square we know 169 and 14 square is 196. So where this 180 will lie in between 169 and between 196 only, that 180 number will come, isn't it? So the value of square root of 180 lies between integers 13 and 14. Clear students, all of you, they fill in the blanks. Next, second question is true or false, that you are going to do by yourself. That is your homework. Now we'll see the third question. Students, in third question onwards, I will do most of the subdivision. I will give you 1 or 2 subdivision as homework. Here, which of the subdivision I have left, the subdivisions you are going to do as homework. Now we'll see the third subdivision. Find the square of the following numbers. Okay, square of the following numbers. I have done here second subdivision and this is your third subdivision. I have done here. Now see, second subdivision is what? 203. So square of the following numbers means you have to square, just square. And how you do normal multiplication? The normal multiplication only here also we have to do. 203 whole square is equal to 203 into 203. So normally how will you multiply 203 into 203? The same like you have to multiply and you have to find the answer. Clear? Now similarly the third subdivision is 1098, the whole square, which is 1098 into 1098. If you multiply this two number, we are getting 1,20,5604. Clear? That is the answer for 1098 square. Clear? Third subdivision is very easy. You have to just square the number and you have to find the answer. Clear? Now we'll see the fourth subdivision. Examine each of the following is a perfect square number. We have to examine whether the given number is a perfect square number. As I told you before itself, perfect square number. Can you tell me some of the examples for perfect square number? 36, 121, 49, 81, 64. These are the perfect square number. Because 64 is a perfect square number? Yes, because 8 8s are 64. Whether 56 is a perfect square number? No, it is not a perfect square number. Whether 49 is a perfect square number? Yes, 7 sevens are 49. Clear? So like that you have to get here. We have to check whether 725 is a perfect square number, and similarly 1089 is a perfect square number. We have to check. Clear? Shall we start now? Yes, 725. Okay, normally how will you do the LCM? The same factor, how will you do the factorization? The same like we are going to do. Okay, we are going to do by prime factorization method. Prime factorization means in this side you have to use only the prime numbers. Clear? What are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 are the prime numbers. I think you all know, because prime numbers, composite number, even numbers, odd numbers you are learning from the 3rd standard onwards. I think you all know what is prime number, isn't it? So you are going to do the factorization using only the prime numbers. You should not supposed to put here 4, 6, 8 like that number you should not supposed to put. Clear? Now we'll start. Now 725. I am starting with 5 prime number. Okay. So how many times it will come? 1 5s are 5. Remaining how much it will be? 2. So that 2 if you are writing here, 2 into 2 is 22. So 4 5s are 20. Again 1 2 will be there. No, that 2 you have to write here. So 5 5s are 25. Clear all of you how I am doing the division? The next step 5. Again here 5 ending, so I am taking 5. So what I am taking the first 2 number. What 2 5s are 10. Remaining how much? 4. So here in the top you have to write 4. 45. 45 means what? 9 5s are 45. Clear? After we have got 29. 29 is a prime number. It will not come in any table. So 29 will come only in 29 table. So 29 ones are 29. Here, after doing the prime factorization, you have to see whether all the numbers have the pair. Whether see 5 and 5 is having the pair. Whether 29 is having the pair, it is not having the pair. Here, the second prime factor 29 does not have a pair. So, 725 is not a perfect square number. Clear? You have to have a pair. If we are not having a pair, then that number is not a perfect square number. Clear? Now, 4th subdivision, 1089 is the question. Now, you see the same as like prime factorization number only I am doing it. Okay, using prime numbers I am doing it. 1089 is our question. So, since 9, so ending, so we have to go for the odd numbers. So I am starting with 3. 3 3s are 9. Remaining how many it will be? 1. Isn't it? Now 1 8s are 18. So in 3 table 18 how many times? 6 3s are 18. Next 3 3s are 9. Clear? Again ending with 3. So again we can go for 3. 1 3s are 3. 2 3s are 6. 1 3s are 3. 121 is what, in which table it will come? 11 table. 11 11s are 121. Then 11 is a what? 11 is a prime number. So 11 will come only in 11 table. So here 1 11s are 11. Clear? For this year 3 and as well as 11 is having the pair. So here 3 and 11 have a pair. Therefore 189 is a perfect square number. Clear? So if you multiply 3 into, if you multiply this 3 into 3 into 11 into 11, what number you will get? That is the perfect square number. Clear, students, all of you? Clear what how to identify it is a perfect square and it is not a perfect number? Clear? When you are doing the prime factorization, by that time you have to get pair. If you are getting the pair, then it is a perfect square number. If you are not getting it, 29 is not having the pair, so it is not a perfect square number. Clear, all of you, the fourth subdivision? This is your page number 2. Next, fifth sum we'll see in page number 3. Now this is the fifth question. Find the square root by prime factorization method. See in this fifth question we are having 6 subdivision. I am doing the 3 subdivision. See now first third subdivision is 784. We have to find the square root by using prime factorization method. How we did the fourth sum? The same like only. Prime factorization means you have to use only the prime numbers here. Clear? Now we'll start 784. So since it's ending with 4 even number, I am going to start with 2. So what? 3 2s are 6, extra 1. Okay. See, I have written in the top one no, that is reminder. Okay. So 3 2s are 6, 1. So now 18. 9 2s are 18. Then what? 2 2s are 4. Next again it's ending with 2. I am going to do with 2 table. 1 2s are 2. Extra 1 is there, no, that 1 here. 19. So 9 2s are 18. Extra 1 here. 6 2s are 12. Clear? Again 2 table. So I am taking here 19 together. 9 2s are 18. Extra 1. 16 now. 8 2s are 16. Here again 2 table. 4 2s are 8. Extra 1 is there, no, so that one you have 18. 9 2s are 18. 49, which will in which table it will come? 7 7s are 49. So 7 7s are 49. Then 7 1 times. Now how we have to write? Square root of 784 is equal to square root of, what are the divisor you did? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7. Everything you have to write. Okay, when in the next step you should not write the square root. If you are having 2 2 means you have to write 1 2. Here 2 2 1 2. 2 7 we have to write 1 7. Okay, so square root of 784 is equal to 2 2s are 4, 4 7s are 28. Clear, students? The same model only 4th and 6th sum also. Now we'll see the 4th subdivision. 1156, which is 1156. We are ending with 6. It is even number, so I am going with 2 table. So 5 2s are 10. Remainder 1, 15. 7 2s are 14. Again remainder 1. 8 2s are 16. Again it is ending with even number, 2 table. So 2 2s are 4. Extra 1 17. 8 2s are 16. Again 1. 9 2s are 18. Here 289 will come only in the 17 table. 17 into 17 is 289. Here, so 17 into 17 is 289. So in 17 is a prime number, so it is only will come in 17 table. So 117s are 17. Clear? So how we have to write now? Square root of 1156 is equal to square root of 2 into 2 into 17 into 17 you have to write inside the square root. Then we have to see, for this 2 you are having pair, so you have to write one pair. When you are writing an answer, you should not supposed to put square root. Then here 217 you have to write 117. Clear? So 2 into 17 is 34. So square root of 1156 answer is 34. Clear, all of you? Now the same like we are going to see the sixth sum also, 9025. See, it's ending with the 5, so it will go in the 5 table. So 5 table, how many times 9 will come? 1 5s are 5. But here how many extra? 4. So write that 4. Now it become 40. So in 5 table, how many times 40 will come? 8 5s are 40. Clear? So next we are going to take 2 numbers. So write 0. Then only you have to take 2 numbers. Clear? 5 5s are 25. Clear? Again it's ending with 5, so I am going to do again with 5. So 3 5s are 15. How much extra? 3. So I have written in the top 3. So it becomes 30. 6 5s are 30. 1 5s are 5. So 361 is a what square number? 19 square number. So 19 into 19 only 361. Again 19 is a prime number, so only it will come in 19 table. So 1 9s are 19. Clear? So square root of 9225 is equal to square root of 5 into 5 into 19 into 19. From this 2 5 we have to write 1 5. From this 2 19 you have to write 119. When you are taking 1, by that time you should not put square root. See, I have not written here square root. So 5 into 19. 19 into 5, if you multiply, what we will get? 95. So square root of 9025 answer is 95. Clear all of you the fifth subdivision? Yes. Next we'll see the sixth question. Find the square root by log division method. I am going to do 3 subdivision. The remaining 2 subdivision I am going to do as homework. Student, this log division method is very important method. So only if you know this easily you can find the square root for any numbers. Clear? This concept we will be using in the further higher classes also. So now itself you learn it correctly. Now we will see the first subdivision. I am going to teach you step by step. Okay, but you should not write in your when you are for your exam or in a class book, you should not write like this step by step. Okay, for your understanding only I am teaching by step. Okay, how to write in a class work I will tell you last. Now you listen this long division method. Now first question is 1764. Okay, once if you got the question, you have to group, you have to make it pair. From the last only you have to make it pair. Two numbers you have to put dash. Okay, ma'am, here correctly 4 numbers there. Suppose 5 number means any number it can be. From the last you have to make it group. This 2 and this 2. That is the first step for log division method. Clear? Then we'll move on to the second step. After making the pair of two numbers, you have to see the first pair. Okay, you have to see the first pair. Now, what number you are writing, the same number you have to write in the quotient also. Okay, this is not like a normal division. Okay, so listen it carefully. What number you are writing, the same number in quotient also you have to write. So, now say 1 ones are what? 1. 2 twos are what? 4. 3 threes are what? 3 threes are 9. 4 fours are what? 16. So, which number will come near to the 17 square numbers? 4 fours are 16 only will come. Isn't it? Because 1, if you write here 1, here also 1, it will be very less to 17. Can you able to understand what I am saying? Suppose if I write, I am telling example, if I write 1, here also 1. 1 ones are 1, can I write? No. Can I write 2 2? 2 2, 2 twos are 4? No. It is very still to 17. Next, can I write 3 3? 3 threes are 9, but it is small, then we will go for 4 fours are 16. But still, here it is coming near to this number. Anyhow, we will check with for 5 5. 5 5, if I put here, 5 5s are 25. It is exceeding. So, you should not put 5. What you have to put? 4 4s are. That only it is coming near to 17. Clear? So, the second step is, you are writing here also 4, here also 4. So, 4 4s are 16. 17 minus 16 is 1. Okay, that is your second step we have to do. Clear? Next, what is the third step means? Whatever the number you are writing in the quotient, that number for each step, what? For each step. Okay, for each step you have to multiply with 2. Whatever the number you are getting in the quotient, that number you have to multiply with 2 always. Only 2 you have to multiply with that number. Clear? See, that is the third step. Clear all of you? See, since in the quotient we are having a 4, okay, 4, that number we have to multiply with the 2. In the next step you have to 4 2s are what? 8. That number you have to write here. Clear? Student, what procedure we are following here? The same procedure we will be following for all the long division method. Clear? So 4 here. Suppose instead of 4, suppose if you are having 8 means what you have to do? The same 8 you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write 16. 8 2s are 16. Okay? Now, after multiplying here with 2, 4 2s are 8 we have written. Then 17 minus 16 is 1. Then in the next step you have to bring two numbers down. So only in the first itself I told you, you have to group from, you have to make it group two numbers in the first step itself I told you. Clear? If you are not grouping in the first step two numbers means then what your mind will say? Normal division only you will do. Then that is wrong. See, since we have grouped it first itself two numbers, so you have to bring two number at a time. At a time you have to bring a 2 number 64. Clear? That is our third step. Okay, shall we revise one more time from the first step? First step, once if you got the question, you have to group from the last. From the last only you have to group two numbers. After grouping the two numbers, you have to see the first group. Okay, here 17. For example, here 17 is there. So, near to the number, you have to find the square numbers. Okay, so what number you are writing, the same number here also you have to write. Okay, suppose instead of 17, suppose if you are having 26, I am giving example, then what number here and here you will be writing? Here you have to write 5, then here also you have to write 5. So 5 5s are 25. Clear, students? You should not suppose to write here 5, here another 6, you should not suppose to write. This is a normal division. So in long division, what number you are writing here, the same number you have to write in the quotient also. That is the second step. Now third step, after writing, you will be subtract and you will be writing the answer. The next number you have to bring two number at a time. Then the quotient you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write in the second step. That is the up to third step. Third step, all of you are clear? Now we'll see the fourth step. Fourth step is the very important step. Okay, now we'll see what we have got up to now. We have got, I'll erase this. Up to now we have got this step 17, 16, then 64 I have brought down. So 164 we are having. So this number you have multiplied with 2 and we have written here as 8. Okay, so where next after writing the 8, see what I have written in green color, no? So you have to forget all the green color numbers, or this number, this 4, everything you have to forget. Okay, now freshly we have to start. So if I told you what number you are writing here, the same number here also you have to write. Okay, now you have to forget about this 4, 1764, this 4, everything you have to forget. Now your mind should see only 164 and this 8. Okay, 164, if you are writing here 1 into 81 is 81. Whether 164 and 81 are very small number, isn't it? So you should not write here 1. Then you have to write here 2. Okay, see students, after you should not see this 4, this first row you should not see. you have to forget about that. 2 into 82 with fully if you are multiplying. So what you will get? 2 into 82 is 164. We are getting 0. So square root of 1764 is 42. Clear? With this the problem ends. Clear all of you? So if don't think that all the problem will be ends with 4 step. No, it will go for 5 to 6 step also. Based on that, when you are getting 0, by the time only you have to stop. Clear all of you? Clear? Now how to write in a classwork, I will explain it from the first for your clear students? Students, now I am going to teach again the sixth question, the first subdivision. This like only you have to write in a classwork and you have to write in an exam or test. Clear? Now we'll see the first subdivision. 1764. What is the first step I told you in long division? You have to group from the last two number I told you. Isn't it? After grouping, you have to see the first group. Okay, that group with what number will come near to that you have to see. What number you have to write here? The same number here also you have to write. Here that is very important. You should not write here one number and here one number. You should not write. That is wrong. Okay. Long division, what number you are writing? The same number here also you have to write. Suppose here 3, then here also 3. Suppose here 7, then here also 7. Okay. Now 17 to the near number if you see 16 only. So 4 4s are 16. Here, so then 17 minus 16 is 1. Then bring this 2 number in the long division. We have to bring 2 numbers at a time on 164. Okay, so now we are going for the second. Okay, second block we are going. So now to go that you have to what? So far we are having only 4. So this 4 you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write as here 8 because 4 2s are 8. Each step. Okay, this is one step, this is one step. Then next if you are having another one step, that for each step, whatever the number you are having in the quotient, you have to multiply with 2 always. Clear? Since I am having here now only 4, so I am multiplying with 2. So 4 2s are 8, that 8 you have to write. After writing 8 here, you have to forget about this 4 and this full subdivision you have to forget. Now your high should see only 164 and this 8. Okay, now how I am going to teach you the clue with clue. See a last ending with 4. So which 2 number you multiply you will get 4. 2. 2 2s are only you will get 4. So write here 2, then here also 2. Clear? Then multiply and check. 2 into 82. Okay? 2 into 82. If you are multiplying, what we are getting? 164. Correctly we are getting. So after subtracting you will get 0. Then it is a, when you are getting it 0, then it is a perfect square number. Okay? Therefore square root of 1764 is equal to 42. Clear all of you the first subdivision? Next, I am going to teach you the fourth subdivision. Now see, from the last you have to group 2 number. 56 one group, 79 one group, then 1 for no group. For that no number you are having, so 1 alone you have to put 9. Clear? As I told you what number you are writing, the same number here also you have to write. I told you no. So I am writing here 1. So that only I will get 1. Because here only one alone is there, so you cannot able to put 2 because 2 it is 4 exceeding, so 1 ones are 1. Put the line, 1 minus 1 is 0, bring the 79 together, then what is the next step you will do? This 1 you will be multiplying with 2, isn't it? So 1 if you multiply with 2, 1 2s are 2, that 2 you will write. Isn't it? Now see here. Here what number you are ending? It's ending with what number? 9. So which 2 number if you multiply you will get 9? 3 threes are 9. So write here 3 and here also 3. Clear? So check. 3 into 23 is 69. Clear? So if you are writing here 4 and 4 means it will exceed more than 79. Okay student. Now after this 79 minus 69 is 10 you will get. Isn't it? Now after writing 10 you have to bring this to next two numbers 56. Clear? Now what you have to do means first what I told. Now don't think that here 4 is there. Okay? For each step whatever the number you are having in the quotient I told you have to multiply with 2. Isn't it? For this from this step to this step we have multiplied 1 with 2 so we have written 2. For this step to next this step what number you are having in the quotient? You are having 13 in the quotient. So the full 13 you have to multiply with 2. Here this full 13 you have to multiply with 2. Here for the first step you have your from the first step to second step you have multiplied only the first number. Because by that time we are don't have 3 here, isn't it? Afterwards only we have written 3. Now in the second step to third step we are having the 13. So the full 13 you have to multiply with 2. So that full 13 if you are multiplying with 2, what will I get? 26. That in the third step you have to write. Clear? See, I have written for your understanding this 13 into 2. How we got this 26 means 13 into 2. You can take your pencil and you can write in the down so that you will be remember when you are reading for the exam. Here now if you see I am going to giving one clue. So here 6. The ending with last number is 6. So which two number you multiply we will get 6 at the ones place? 4 fours are 16. That is one possible. Then 6 6 are 36. Another possible also is there. First we will try with 4. Here also 4 and there also. Here also 4. 4 into 264. If you multiply, we are getting correctly 1056. So, if you subtract, we are getting 0. Then 17,956 is what is that? Square root of 17,956 answer is 134. Clear all of you the fourth subdivision? Next, we will see the fifth subdivision. Next, we will see the fifth subdivision. What is the question they have given? 4,18,609. So, from the last only you have to group two numbers. See, 09 one group, 86 one group, then 41 is one group. Okay. Now, after grouping, what is the first step you have to see? Yes, the first group number you have to see. Then which square number will come near to that you have to see. Okay, 41 is there. So only if you write here 6 and 6 you will get 36 which is near to this 41. If you are writing 7 means 49, it was exceeding 41. So you should not write 7. If you write 5, 25, very less when compared to 41. So only you have to put 6, 6 it is 36. Clear what I am saying? Yes. 41 minus 36 you are doing. If you are subtracting 41 minus 36, what will you get? 5. Then bring this 86. Okay. The next step what you have to do? The first number you have to multiply with the 2 and you have to write here. Isn't it? So 6 into 2 is 12. Clear now all of you? The next step, what you have 586 you are having. Now we are ending with 6. I told you if it is ending with 6, you have to try with 4 or 6. Because 4 4s are 16. The ones place 6 we are having. Similarly 6 6 are 36. In the ones place we are having 6. So you have to try with either 4 or with 6. First we will try with 4. If I write 4 here, the same 4 here also I have to write. Here 4 into 124. What? 4 into 124 I am getting 496. Clear? So now here if we are subtracting, I am getting 90. Here I am getting 90. Then bring down this 09. Okay. Now what we have completed the second step now. Then we are going from the second step to third step. When I told you, when you are coming from second step to third step, you will be having in the quotient only this 2 number. Isn't it? That 2 number fully you have to multiply with 2. Clear? So I will show you now this full number 64 into this 2 if you multiplying means what you will get? 128 you will get. Clear? Now, if you see here, it's ending with the last what number? 9. So, which 2 number you will get? 9. 3 3s are 9. 7 7s are 49. The last 9 we are getting. Why ma'am you are not substituting 3? Wait, we will check and I will check. If I put 3, then I put here also 3. 3 3s are 9. So 1283 into 3. If you multiply, what number will you get? 1283. We will get only 3849. See, I have written 3849 only you will get when you are writing here 3 and you are writing here also 3 and multiplying 1283 into 3 means you will get only 3849. But it is very less when compared to 9000. So, what I told you, if you are ending with 9, 2 options. One is 3 or another is 7. So, next we will try with 7. Clear? I am going to put here also 7. Then here also 7. Clear? Now 7 into 1287 if you multiply, we are getting correctly 9009. So if you subtract, we are getting 0. So 4,18,609 is a perfect square number. The answer for that is 647. Clear students, all of you, how to do the square root? Long by long division method. Student, this method is very important. So go through the video one or twice, listen it carefully, and then you will still try the homework problem so that you will be very clear. Clear all of you? Students, now we'll see the 7th question. Estimate the value of the following square roots to the nearest whole number. Okay, we have to find the square root of this number to the answer to the nearest whole number we have to find. Okay, now because why they are asking to find the nearest whole number means the given numbers are not perfect square numbers. Okay, so that only they are asking to find the nearest whole number. See how to do now, we'll see. First step, you have to find the square root by long division method. Okay, see I have done the long division. Okay, now what is the first step in the long division? From the last you have to group two numbers. Isn't it? See here 2 number, here only 1 number is there, so write only 1 line there. Here, so what number you are writing in the quotient? The same number here also you have to write, I told you. Isn't it? So if you are writing here 1 ones are 1. It will come, that is, if you write here 1, that is very small to 8. Isn't it? So you should not write 1. 2 2s are 4. That also small number. Then we will try with 3. 3 3s are 9. That is big number when compared to 8. So you should not put 3. What number we have to put? Before 3 what number? 2. So I have written here 2. Here 2 2s are 4. Here 8 minus 4 is 4. Then the next step you have to bring two numbers down. So I have brought 00 down. Here next what number you are having in the quotient, that number you have to multiply with 2 and that after multiplying you have to write in the second step. See 2, if you multiply with 2 2s are 4. I am writing in the second step. Clear? After writing a 4, what are the values you have to forgot? So the first step, this first row and this 2 you have to forgot. Clear? Now next what we are having here? 4 only we are having. Now what number you are writing here? The same number here also you have to write, I told you. Isn't it? See, if I write here 1, the same 1 I have to write here. So 1 into 41, if you multiply, what we will get? 41. So here, but we are having here 400. So 400 will become 441 will come near to that? No. So next you are writing here 2, 2. So if you are writing here 2, 2. So what number will you get? 2 into 42 is what? 84. That also very small number when compared to 400. Like that you have to try for 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. When I am substituting here also 8 and here also 8, by that time only I am getting the answer 384, near to the number 400. Clear? So 400, when you are subtracting 384, what answer we are getting? I am getting, so if I am subtracting, I am getting 16. Now if you see after this any number you are having, we are not having any number. So we cannot able to bring any number down. So with that we are stopping the long division. Clear all of you? How we got here 384, all of you are clear? We are multiplying 8 into 48, we are getting 384. After subtracting we are getting 16. Since after this we have no number, so we are stopping the long division. Clear? Now you see what number we are having in the quotient. We are having 28. Okay, so now we have 28 square. Okay, now in the quotient we are having 28. So we are going to find the 28 square. 28 square means what? 28 into 28. When you are multiplying 28 into 28, I am getting 784. Now see our question. Our question is 800, but we are getting only 784. It is less number. So you have to try, after 28, what is the next number? 29. Next we have to find 29 square. We are finding 29 into 29 is 841. So square root of 800 approximately is equal to 29. Clear all of you? Square root of 800 is approximately equal to 29. Clear? Because 841 only is coming near to 800. So what they are asking the question? Estimate. They are not asking the correct answer. Estimate means near to this value we have to find the square root. So see, I have not written here equal to. I have written wave line and one line, which means it is not equal to. So this like if you are writing, it is near to that value only. Okay, you should not put equal to, you have to write estimate like this wave line and one straight line if you are writing, that is the estimate value. Clear all of it, the second subdivision? The same model we are going to do the third subdivision also. Now what is the third subdivision question? Square root of 1020. Okay, for the 1020 we have to do the long division first. Okay, we have to find the square root by long division. From the last we have to group two numbers. 20 then 10. What number you are writing here? The same number here also you have to write. If I write 1 ones are 1, it is very less. If I write 2 twos are 4, that is also very less. If I write 3 threes are 9, it is coming near to the 10. So here also I am writing 3, here also I am writing 3. 10 minus 9 is 1. Then the next step, from this step to this step, what you are having in the quotient, that you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write 3 twos are 6 here. Clear? So what number you are writing, the same number here also you have to write. Clear? So you have to forget about this row and as well as this 3. When you are coming to the next step, when you are coming to the next step, you should not think about this first row itself. You have to consider only the second row. Clear? See, I am writing here 1, the same one I am writing here. Because 1 into 61 I am getting 61. Why ma'am? 160 is very big. Why you are writing 61? Means if you are writing here 2 and here 2 means 2 into. Okay, 2 into 62. Answer I am getting as 124. Clear? So if you see, whether can I write here 124? No, because here 120 only we are having. If I put here also 2 and here also 2 means I am getting more than 120. So I should not put 2 here. Clear? So what I have to put? I have to go for before number 2 is what? 1. So only I have written here 1, 1. So 1 into 61 is 61. After subtracting 120 minus 61, I am getting 59. After this, do you have any number to proceed? We are not having any number. So with this, we are stopping the long division. Clear? So with this, we are stopping the square root. Then what is the quotient we have got? 31. So we are trying with 31 square. 31 square is equal to 31 into 31. I am getting 961. But the question is 1020. Okay, it is very less. So I am going for the next number. After 31, what is the next number? 32. 32 square I am trying. 32 square means 32 into 32, which is equal to 1024. Now compare the question and this value. We are getting near to this number. So square root of 1020 is approximately, estimate means you should not put equal to wave line and straight line. Wave line and straight line means estimate value is equal to which number is getting? 32 is the answer. Clear students, all of you, the 7th question. Next we are going to see the 8th question. Find the square root of the following decimal numbers and fractions. Okay, we have given the decimal numbers and as well as they have given the fraction. For these decimal number and fraction, we have to find the square root. Clear? Now, this is the first question. 2.89 is the first question. So I am going to find the square root by long division method I am going to use. See, what is the first step in the long division? We have to group from the last to two numbers. See, 89, here only one number is there, so underline that only one number. Here 2 is there. So what number you are writing? The same number in the new quotient also you have to write. Isn't it? Since you are having 2, so only possible is what? 1, 1. So 1 ones are 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Then afterwards we are having decimal. Keep the decimal in the quotient. Since we are having decimal, so keep the decimal here. Then we have to bring the 89 down. Clear? After bringing 89, what we have to do? The first number you have to multiply with 2. So 1 2s are 2. That 2 where we have to write? We have to write here. 1 2s are 2, we have written here. Then now we have got 189 here. Now what are the things you have to forgot? This 2 1, then this full first row you have to forgot. Then we have to see only 189. What number you are writing? The same number here also you have to write. So if I write 1, then here also I have to write 1. 1 into 21 is 21, which is very small. Then 2 into 22, that also small. Like that you have to try for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. But I told you one ink for that. Because its last number is ending with what? 9. So which two number if you multiply you will get 9 in the ones place? There are two possibilities. The first possibility is 3 into 3 if you multiply we will get 9. Or else 7 into 7 if you multiply we will get 49. Ones place 9 we are getting in the ones place. Clear what I am saying? See, if you are multiplying 3 into 3 we are getting 9. Similarly, 7 into 7 if you are multiplying we are getting 49. So ones place you are getting 9, and what are the possibilities? Either it should be 3 or it should be 7. So you can directly try with 3. We are not getting, because if you are writing here 3, we will get only 69. Then you have to try with 7. We are getting correctly 189. So you have to put 0. Therefore, square root of 2.89 answer is, what answer you are having in the question? 1.7 is the answer. Clear? Now see the third subdivision, 2.1064. If all the problems we are going to do, we are going to find the square root only. Clear? Now from the last I am grouping two numbers, 6401 and 2. Again we are having 2, so only possibility is what? 1, 1. 1 ones are 1. Then 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, afterwards we are having decimal, keep the decimal in the quotient. Then we have to bring the 0, 1 down. Okay, after bringing that 0, 1, what we have to do, the third step, this 1 you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write here. 1 2s are 2. Okay, now what number you are writing, the same number here also you have to write. Isn't it? So if you write here 1, then here also 1. But we need 101 near to number. So only if I put 4 and 4, I will get near to this number. Here 4 into 24, if you multiply, we are getting 96. Clear? 101 minus 96, if you are subtracting, we will get 5. Clear? So the next step, 64 we are bringing down. Clear? So next step what we have to do? Already we have multiplied this 1. Now we have to multiply the this 1.4 together with 2. Okay. So usually in the third step, what we will do, whatever we are having in the quotient, that we will multiply with 2. Isn't it? So this full, okay, you should not take that 1.4. You have to take it as 14. That 14 you have to multiply with 2. So if you multiply 14 with 2, what we will get? We will get 28. That 28, see, I have written here. Clear? Now afterwards 28 we have written. 101 minus 96 is 5. We have brought 64 also down. Now 564 we are having. Now what we have to do? On that side we are having only 28. So what number you are writing? The same number there also you have to write, isn't it? So if I write 2, see there also I have written 2. So 2 into 282, if you multiply, I am getting 564. Okay, so we are getting 0. Therefore, square root of 2.1064 answer is 1.42. Clear, students, all of you, the third subdivision. Next, we'll see the fourth subdivision. Fourth subdivision is 144 divided by 225. Okay, so this problem is very simple and very easy problem. For this, you have to take the square root. Okay, because the question is what? Find the square root only. So for the question I am writing the square root. Then you all know that 144 is what square number? It is a 12 square number is 144. Students, I told you in the first introduction part of the part 10 video, you have to thorough with 1 to 30 square numbers. Okay, so 144 is what square number? Means 12 whole square number. 12 into 12 is 144. So here I am writing 12 the whole square divided by 225 is what square number? That is 15. So I am writing here 15 the whole square. Clear? Now this note we have seen in the introduction. So if you are having for fraction, for quotient, if you are having, for division, if you are having the whole square root, means that square root, how can we split? For numerator 1 square root and for denominator 1 square root you can write. Isn't it? See, similarly we are having the whole square root, that how can we write? For 12 that square root separately and for 15 that square root separately we can write. Isn't it? So next step, this square and square root will get cancelled. Because both are what? Inverse operation. So inverse operation means it will get cancel. So what, plus square and the square root will get cancelled. Similarly here square and square root will get cancelled. So square root of 144 divided by 125, answer is just 12 by 15. Clear all of you this fourth subdivision? Yes. Next we will see the fifth question. Students, see the fifth question they are given in the mixed fraction. Okay, so first we have to convert the mixed fraction into normal fraction. So what we will do, 49 into 7 plus 18 we will do, isn't it? So 7 into 49 plus 18 divided by 40, this 49. Clear? So 7 into 49, if you multiply, you will get one number. That number, if you multiply with 18, we will getting 361 divided by 49. So we know already up to 20 square numbers. So what is the square number of 361? It is the 19 square, answer is 361. Clear? So instead of 361 I am writing 19 square. Okay, 19 square. Here 49 is what? You all know 7 table, isn't it? 7 sevens are what? 49. So 7 square, 7 the whole square you have to pronounce. Okay, 7 the whole square. 7 the whole square, answer is 49. So, see the same model. If we are having the whole square root, means that we can make it for numerator separate square root and for denominator separate square root we can write. See, so square root of 19 the whole square divided by square root of 7 the whole square. As I told in this problem, square and square root will get cancelled. I told you no. So same square and square root is getting cancelled. Here also square and square root is getting cancelled. So remaining is what in the numerator? 19. What is in the denominator? 7. So 7, 18 by 49, answer is 19 by 7. Clear, students, how to find the square root for decimal numbers and as well as for fraction? Yes. Next we'll see the ninth question. Friends, now we'll see the ninth question. Find the least number that must be subtracted to 6666 so that it become a perfect square. What is telling them in the first line? 6666 is not a perfect square, they are saying. Some number we have to subtract from that 6666. Only then you will get perfect square number. Clear? That only they are saying from here to here. Also find the square root of the perfect square thus obtained. Clear? So from 6666 some numbers we have to subtract. After subtracting one number you will get no. For that number you have to find the square root. That is the question. Clear? We will see the solution. See, first I am going to find the square root for 6666 using long division method. Okay, what is the first step in the long division? From the last we have to group two numbers. See, 66 I have grouped one, then here 66 another group. Now what number you have writing? The same number in the quotient also you have to write. If I write 2, then here also I have to write 2. If I write 4, then here also I have to write 4. So which two same number you multiply will come near to the 66? Only 8 will come. 8 8s are 64. That will come near to 66. Isn't it? If you write 7 7 49, it will not come near to that. If you write 9 9s are 81. That is exceeding. So you have to put 8 8 only. 8 8s are 64. From 66, if you are subtracting 64, we will get 2. Then bring this 66 down. Okay, after bringing the 66, what is the second step, third step we have to do? This 8 you have to multiply with 2 and 8 2s are what? 16. That 16 you have to write here. 8 you have to multiply with 2 and you have to write here 16. After writing the 16 here, you have to forget about this first row and this both 8 you have to forget. Then what number you are writing? The same number here also you have to write. Isn't it? Here we are having 266. So if I write here 1, here also I am writing 1. 1 into 161 is 161. Okay. Then if I try with 2 means 2, then here also if I am writing 2 means what will I get? 2 into 162 is what? See, if you put here 2 and as well as here 2 means 2 into 162 we are getting 324. But here we are having what? 266 only. It is exceeding. Okay. So you should not put 2 into 162. You should not put. So we have to put 1. Here also 1. So 1 into 161 is 105. After subtracting 6 minus 1 is 5. 6 minus 6 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. Afterwards, do you have any number here? We don't have any number. So we have to stop this. We have to stop the log division. Clear? Now what is the remainder we have got? Remainder is equal to 105. So this 105 if you are subtracting from 6666 means we will get one number. No, that number is the perfect square number. Clear? See the question. Find the least number that must be subtracted to 6666. So this is the number you have to subtract with 6666. Clear? What number you are getting as remainder, that number you have to subtract with the question. So I have written therefore 105 should be subtracted from 6666. Then we get a perfect square number. Clear? So see 6666 minus 105. So if you are subtracting 6666 from 105 means we are getting 6561. Okay, this answer you are getting. Okay, now this is our perfect square number. Okay, ma'am, how you are saying this is a perfect square number? Okay, I will explain you. See here, I am taking the square root by long division. See, 8 8s are 64. 5 minus 4 is 1. I am bringing here 61 down. Clear? After bringing the 61, what is the next step you have to do? 8 into 2, 16. That 16 you have to write. Here we are having 161. Already we are having only 16. So if you write here 1, then here also you have to write 1. So 1 into 161 is 161. We are getting the remainder as 0. So we have got what? It is a 6561 is a what? Perfect square number. Okay. So what answer you got getting in the question? 81. So square root of 6561 is equal to square root of 81 the whole square. Okay. So this square and square root will get cancelled. What we will getting? 81. Therefore, square root of 6561 is equal to 81. Clear, students, all of you? Clear, all of you, how we are getting this answer? Yes. Next, we will see the 10th question. Now, we will see the 10th question. Find the least number by which 1800 should be multiplied so that it becomes a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square, thus obtain. Students, if you see the 9th question, they were asking what number should be subtracted to make a perfect square, they were asking. But in the 10th question, what number should be multiplied? Okay, which number we have to multiply to make this 1800 perfect square we have to find. Clear the question? Now, given question is 1800. Okay, I am going to solve this problem by prime factorization method. See, I have done here the prime factorization here. 1800 I am taking the, I have done here factorize. See, 9 2s are 18, 0 0. Again 2 table I am going, 4 2s are 8, remainder 1, 5 2s are 10, 0. Again 2 table, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, extra 1, 10, 5 2s are 10. Okay, 225 we have to do only in 5 table. So 4 5s are 20, remaining 2. So I have written 2 5. 2 5 means 25. 5 5s are 25. Then I am going for 5 table. 9 5s are 45. Then 3 3s are 9. 1 3s are 3. Now what are the factors we are getting for 1800? 1800 is equal to 2 square, for 2 5, 2 3 we are having, isn't it? For this 2 alone we are not having the pair. Can you able to observe that? See, I have marked there, here 2 2s there are, for this 2 we are having pair. So I have written 2 square. Okay, 2 2 means we can write 2 square. For this 2 you are having pair, we are not having pair, so just only simply 2. Here how many 5 we are having? So 5, 2 5 we are having, so I am writing 5 square. Here in the top you have to write 5, this 2 you have to write, which means 2 5s there, like that it understood. Clear? Similarly, how many 3 is there? 2 3 is there. So you have to write 3 square. Clear all of you how I am writing this? For 1800 if I do factorize, I am getting 2 square into 2, 5 square into 3 square. For everything I am having the pair. For this 2 I am having 2 2. For 5 I am having 2 5. 3 I am having 2 3. But for this 2 alone I am not having the pair. Okay, 1800 is not a perfect square. Okay, why it is not a perfect square means for this 2 we are not having the pair. It should be multiplied by 2. If I multiply both the side, this side also 2 and this side also I am multiplying with 2 means then for this 2 I will get one pair. Isn't it? So when if it should be multiplied by 2, we get a perfect square number. Clear? So in the question what? They were asking what should be multiplied, they were asking no. So what number here we are going to multiply? We are going to multiply the 2 because this 2 is not having the pair. So we are multiplying here 2 in the LHS in this part and as well as in the right hand side part. Clear? Similarly, for 3 if you are not, suppose for example I am telling, suppose if you are not having pair for 3 means then you have to multiply 3. Clear? Which number is not having the pair, that number you have to multiply. Clear now? Now 1800 into 2 is equal to 2 square into 2. For this 2 we are multiplying here also 1 2 and here also 1 2 into 5 square into 3 square. Now see 1800 into 2 if you multiply what number we will get? We will get 3600. Now 2 square I am writing as such. 2 into 2 how can we write? 2 square. 5 square I am writing as such. 3 square I am writing as such. Now observe everything. For everything we are having pair. So it means 3600 is a perfect square number. Okay. For this perfect square number we have to find the square root. Clear? That only question. Find the square root of the perfect square, thus obtained. What you have obtained? No, for this number we have to find the square root. Clear? Since do you have your square root? Both the side we are not having the square root. So we itself taking square root on both sides. The question they are asking us to find square root. So we are writing square root on both the side I am writing. Here square root means what? This like this line. 3600 inside the square root is equal to square root the 2 square into 2 square into 5 square into 3 square. Now observe this, for everything we are having square square. So what I am going to do is I am writing this 2, this 5 and as well as this 3. I am writing the bracket, I am writing the whole square. Okay, I am taking all the square and I am writing commonly outside. Okay, commonly I am writing outside. The next step, what it will become? I told you many times, square and square root are inverse operation. So both will get cancelled. The square and square root will get cancelled. So if get cancelled, what is there in the bracket? 2 into 2 into 5 into 3. Okay, so 2 2s are 4, 5 3s are 15. So 4 into 15 if you multiply, we are getting 60. So the square root of 3600 answer is 60. Clear students, all of you, the 10th question. With this 10th question, we are completing the exercise 1.4. Clear students, all of you, square root are very important exercise. Clear? Go through the video one or twice, understand the concept well. Clear? Try to do the homework by yourself. Thank you students.